Well, good evening to you. Sorry about the scratch of the nose at the beginning, but it's one of those things. Good evening. Welcome. It's BOBCAST. It's Thursday night. It's the 7th of May. And tomorrow's a bank holiday. Well, so what does that mean in the middle of lockup then? Lockdown, lock sideways, lock in, lock out, whatever it is. It's a bank holiday. It means you can't go to the bank. Well, you can now, of course, because you can do online banking. You can do any type of banking you like. I once organised a loan for a motorhome at midnight on a Saturday. And there we go. That's a long time ago, though. Wouldn't get it anymore. Well, I couldn't because the motorhome's been sold. Somebody bought it. Nice guy from a village called Webley. Oh, I wonder who that was. Oh, that could be me. Ah, right. Okay. What nonsense I'm talking today. And it's nice to be back. It's been a good day for me, I have to say. Really exciting. Sorting all sorts of bits out which have to be done, which is nice. And preparing for vestry meetings and doing all those things, which... Well, it's one of those things. Which of those things? One of those things. All those things that we have to carry on with, even in the days of lockdown. So I'm trying to look at two new dots, but I've also got to read the screen and the script and everything. So how are you? How are you doing? Is it good? Is it treating you all right? Are you struggling a bit? Have you put lots of decorations up for VE Day? There's a lot in our street, I have to say, and it all sounds good as long as people don't go out and start partying all over the place and running around and kissing and doing all those things. There's so many messages coming out from the government. It's not true, isn't it? Trying to keep the lid on all this, and speaking to quite a lot of people, and yeah, it's fine until you get it, and then it's not so fine, I'm afraid. And to those who are suffering a little bit at the moment, hard luck. I've just realised I haven't got my non-reflective glasses on. So here we go. Yeah, I like glasses. I struggled to get... I'm a bit strange without them, aren't I? Look at that. Oh, look at the bags under the eyes. And I've been going to bed at 9 o'clock every night all this week, watching box sets on telly. That's better. That's the non-reflective ones. I went to the optician, I hadn't got the ones that I liked, and someone says to me, have you tried boots? And I said, I have, but they keep falling off. And it's like a friend of mine went to buy a bra in Princess Street and couldn't get one in Ann Summers or any... Do you buy bras in Ann Summers? I don't know. Anyhow, Marks and Spencer's, that's the shop I was thinking of. Ann Summers, that's next to the new club, always makes me smile. Anyhow, in Marks and Spencer's. And so someone said, have you tried bins? And she said, well, I have tried bins, yes. But they make a terrible clanking noise as you're walking down the street, particularly when you're running down the steps at Waverley Station. So bravo, that's the end of my jokes. Got to ask you a question, and a really serious question here, because I've been wondering about this. Why do crabs never give to charity? I think it's because they're just totally selfish. Shellfish. She sells on the seashore, yes. So they're totally selfish. Shellfish. The jokes don't get any better, and actually the delivery of them seems to be getting worse as I get older. So today's been a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. It's beginning to cloud down a bit now, because they're talking about sort of frosty, wintry showers at the weekend. Although when I was watching the newscast, when I was watching the briefing from Downing Street, all the people on telly were saying, "Oh, it's going to be such a sunny weekend, and you're telling us all to stay in." Yeah, we are. Yes, they are. And it'll change on Monday. Well, it might change a little bit, but yeah, there we go. Let's hope for the best. See how it does. And I'm sure you all have your own views on it, don't you? There's people who think it's all over the top. There's people who think we're not doing enough. And you can never get it right. What I do find a bit difficult, I'm just going to put my hat on for a moment, say where I am. I'm sad when it starts all becoming political and tabloid, because it's far too serious for that. So I looked up in the sky. By the way, it's going to be a fabulous moon tonight. Blue moon, you hear me singing, dee-dee-dee. It's not going to be blue, it's going to be a shepherd's moon. Well, Shepherd Sunday last Sunday. In my father's house, there's many mansions this Sunday, so shepherding, hand on the crook. As the policeman said as he arrested the robber, keep your hand on the crook. Going to be a beautiful moon tonight, so go out and have a little look after, depending what time you look at it, you've clapped or you do clap the NHS. So thank you to all our NHS workers. So when I looked up at the sky earlier on, I saw a rainbow and I thought, where do naughty rainbows go? Of course, it's obvious they go to a prism, don't they? But the world is changing. The world's changing dramatically. And things are upside down and inside out. The stuff that we thought was, as common as muck in the old days is now, speciality stuff. And people eating all sorts of things. Do you know, 100 years ago, everybody owned a horse. And we had that in Forest Field, the house down the road called the Stables. Everybody owned a horse, and only the very rich had cars. Now, everyone has cars, and only the rich, in some ways, own horses. Well, how the stables have turned. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Nenthorne, and other stables are available. And to those people who are used to hiring out horses for all the things that go on in the borders, hearts are with you and your business as well. Bit of poetry. I did Ozymandias yesterday, and that took many of us back, and thank you for those who've reacted to it. Today we're going somewhere completely different. This is taken straight from Facebook by a guy called Peter T. I think he's called Peter Thompson. And he put it on a group I'm a member of called Dear Old, AULD, Glasgow Toon, TOON. So, and it's old stories about Glasgow, and it's very funny. A lot of things make me laugh. Some of you may have seen the post. If you haven't, go onto my Facebook page. And about a couple of days ago, I put a video up of a lady wearing a mask. That came from the same website. Anyhow, this is a poem that he wrote about what life was when he was young, and we shared everything. Coming from a big family, there was 13 of us in all. At Christmas time, we shared lots. All the boys would share a ball. We even shared clays. They belonged to Ma and Da. The boys would wear Da's underwear, and the lasses wore our Ma's bra. Oh, gosh. That wasn't Mars bar, that was Mars bra. By the way, a Mars bar backwards is a SRAM wrap, just so you know. And do you know that an Efot Denal High is a Highland toffee backwards? Anyhow, carry on with the poem. We'd even share a bath as well, no matter how young or old. If you were first, it was warm. If you were last, then the water was cold. Gosh. We'd share the beds between us. In a double, we slept 8. And when it came to supper time, we had to share a plate. We shared a bar of sunlight, and we shared each other's soaks. Some things are canny right doing because it would give you the boke. Oh, that's a great word. Oh, I've got the boke. Love it. But this is the climax of this. But the best thing that we did share, and to me it was a treat. If you were last with a toothbrush, you got a wee bit more to eat. I think sharing toothbrushes is a sign of true love gone far too far. In my humble opinion. Anyhow, thank you, Peter T, for that, and thank you for letting me do it, because I did message him and say, could I use that in a podcast or a BOBCAST this evening? I tell you, I've been typing today, and in my opinion, the person who invented autocorrect should burn in hell. They really should. Oh, autocorrect does drive me mad. Absolutely drives me mad. Do you know, I went for a drink down in Rutherford's earlier on, and a ghost walked in and said, glass of vodka. The bartender said, I'm sorry, we don't serve spirits. Yeah, well, these jokes are not that bad, are they? Thank you, Kim. You keep sending them to me, and I do love them. So we're heading into VE Day, and we're also saying thanks to our NHS and all the frontline workers. Those who've been furloughed as well, those who can't work because they're in, their special categories, and That's hard. There's lots of people who want to get back to work and they can't yet. They're wondering when they'll be able to. So loads and loads of things going on there. Oh, I went out for a walk today and I walked down a street where the houses were numbered 64k, 128k, 256k, 512k, and the last house was 1MB. Gosh, well, that was a trip down memory lane, I have to say. I was looking for a bite, if I could possibly find one, but there's someone there. I think there must have been a farm there because there was a load of old ram just sitting there, but I'm not going to go any further with that because it's terrible. So somebody said to me, have you ever lived abroad, Bob? And I said, well, not really. I'd quite like to live in Switzerland. And they said, why do you want to live in Switzerland? I said, well, actually, the flag's a big plus. But there we go. I've just watched a documentary about beavers, by the way. Oh, that's the best damn show I've ever seen. I think I've probably told you enough jokes. I think I've done enough nonsense for BOBCAST. Can I say that over 100 of you watched the return of BOBCAST on Wednesday? So thank you very much indeed. It makes you feel good. And I'm absolutely delighted. Now, tell your friends, and if you've got any subjects you want me to talk about, let me know, because I do have to make it up every day. And when you're living a life of lockdown, well, you're struggling to find things. Don't know what I'm going to do about this hair. Yeah, but we'll see. We've got some clippers ordered, but they're not going to be here till June. I think I said that yesterday on a slow boat from China. But there we go. So one or two people I know are really quite poorly at the moment. And there's a few people with their loved ones in hospital. This is the reality, by the way, of saying I want to go out and party and do all these things. Yeah. So our thoughts and prayers are with them. And you are also having to socially distance from them because you can't go to visit them. And that's what's so hard. I've got one friend whose loved one's been in hospital for 6 weeks and they've only been able to go once. And that was for a very short time. So it's a real issue. So we hold all those in our thoughts and prayers. And I'm holding you in my thoughts and prayers as well. And I ask you that you hold me. And all those that we love, all those that are special to us, that we hold, and but also those that we don't love. Think of those that you find really difficult. Just think of the person you really find hard and say, actually, how are you? I love you too. Watch thou, dear Lord, with those who wake or watch or weep tonight, and give your angels charge over those who sleep. Tend your sick ones, Lord Christ. Rest your weary ones. Bless your dying ones. Soothe your suffering ones. Pity your afflicted ones. And shield your joyous ones. All for thy love's sake. Amen. If you wonder why I'm wearing the dog collar, by the way, it's because I've been recording part of the service for publication on Friday morning. So that's why I'm all dog collared up, looking official. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. My dad used to say, tomorrow's Friday, keep your nose tidy. Yep, try and do that if I can. Alrighty, take care. God bless. Love you lots. Speak to you soon. Bye.